Hey everyone, it's Mr. Markward here, walking you through A.1.3 writing algebraic expressions. A few announcements again. We had a test yesterday. Make sure you go take that test if you haven't yet. It's very important that you do that, otherwise it's going to stay as a blank or missing in the gradebook, which is not a good thing to have when progress reports come out later this week. Homework collection 5 is going to be on Friday. Wednesday, tomorrow will be a work day, so a lot of good stuff there. And then today we are going to continue with the appendix chapter. We've got some problems to work through together here. First, I'll put the answers for the homework up. So pause the video and check your answers. There's the first part and second part. So pause it, check your answers. Again, I hope you guys had a great weekend, but we're going to get started with the appendix here. So again, if you haven't taken that test, please make sure you go back and do that, because that is important to take that. So again, if you have any questions, talk to your grading teacher and let us know. All right, so A1.3, what does minus mean? So we are going to talk about writing algebraic expressions. So in this section, you will look at algebraic expressions and see how they can be interpreted using an expression mat. We'll talk about that more in just a minute. To achieve this goal, you will first need to understand the different meanings of the minus symbol, which is found in expressions such as 5, minus 2, minus x, and minus and negative 3. So what are different words or phrases that we use for the minus symbol? So some other things we might have heard in the past that mean the same thing as minus would be like opposite. Opposite, or maybe even negative. Opposite or negative again. Apologies for that. Still trying to get the hang of this tablet here. Next thing we've got, let's start looking at our problems here. So A24, using an expression mat. Your introduction to algebra tiles in lessons A1.1 and A1.2 involved only positive values. Today we're going to add something new in though. We're going to add in a negative tile. So basically what that means is, if we look at our little key over here, we have our shaded tiles, which is what we're used to from last week. So those shaded tiles are going to be positive values. These unshaded values, or the white tiles, will be negative. So over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shaded tiles. We have a positive 5. We have 1, 2, 3 white tiles, which again are negative. So that means that this is a negative 3. We can use the same principle when we're talking about our variable tiles like x, y, x squared, y squared, and xy. So if we have 3 x tiles here that are all shaded, we get a positive 3x, and then 1 and then 2 of those white tiles, the unshaded ones, means those are negative, which would mean that this is minus 2y. So another way we can represent our minus is a tool called the expression mat. So shown at the right, basically that's this thing. So basically there's two different sections for this. The top is for positive values, and the bottom region is for negative region. So basically if we put things in the bottom here, that's going to be minus whatever we put in there. If we put things in the top, we're going to be adding whatever tiles we put into that top region. And we'll talk more about that in just a minute here to see how that works. So an example would be the value of negative 3. So we have two different ways of writing negative 3 using our expression mats. So the region on the left, however, uses our positive region, and the diagram on the right is using the negative region. So looking at the one on the left, we have a positive because we are in the top quadrant here, and then we have 1, 2, 3 of our white unit tiles, which means those are negative. So we are adding a negative 3. So when we have different signs here, this basically turns to a subtraction, which is a negative 3. Over here on the right, we have we are in the negative region, so we are subtracting, and then we have 1, 2, 3 of our shaded tiles, which is a positive 3. So subtracting a positive 3 means that that is also a negative 3 over here. So now we're going to keep moving and looking at how to build expressions on these mats with some of our algebra tiles we've talked about in the past. So we're going to try to figure out how to use our minus to build the expression minus 2x on our expression mats. So we got our x tiles or look something like this. Again, we don't have those templates here. So this would be a negative x tile. This would be like our positive x tile. Just like that. So now we got to figure out how to write minus 2x. So I think one way we could do that is if we do in the positive region, we draw two of our white rectangles, or the unshaded ones. We have the negative x's, so this would look like plus minus 2x. So when we add a negative, these two things really mean minus 2x. So another way we could write that is maybe let's take these tiles but flip them down into the negative region. But if we want to flip them into the negative region, we have to, I think, shade them in. So if we shade these in, then we would have we are in the negative region. We have 2x tiles, which again is minus 2x. All right, let's keep moving to part B. So now let's try to build two different representations of 3x minus a negative 4. So let's start with the one on the left, and let's just do this as it looks here. So this first one is positive 3x. So if we just put 3 of our shaded rectangles in here, in our positive region, there we have 1, 2, 3 positive x's. If we have our minus and negative 4, we are in the negative region. If we draw our 4 little white squares, so now when we write this out again for this one, we are in the positive region. So we have plus 3 of our x tiles. Then we have a minus 4, because the white again are negative tiles. If we try to do something a little bit different here, to where we have a different representation of this function or this expression up here. First of all, if we were to simplify this one over here, I think we would be left with 3x plus 4. So we got to figure out how we can express this one other way. So one other way that I think we could do this is if we flipped both sets of tiles, both colors and location. We'd have 3x tiles, 3 negative x tiles in the negative region, and then we could have 4 of our unit tiles, but if we shade these in to make them positive, then we would have minus 3x plus 4. So we would get the exact same thing of 3x plus 4. All right, so basically when we're looking at A.1.3, the biggest thing that we should notice is that when we flip things back and forth on our expression map over here is that the minus really flips everything. It kind of causes the whole thing to reflect over and basically changes the value of those tiles. So one more thing is if we go back and look, if we were adding a negative or if we were subtracting a positive number, in both of those situations, we ended up subtracting that number. Whereas if our signs matched, whether we were adding a positive, we ended up with a addition or positive value, or if we were subtracting a negative number, we ended up with a positive number as well. So this is one more thing to keep in mind when we're going through these different things. If our signs are different, like they are up here, we'll end up with subtraction or negative numbers. If our signs match, then we will end up with positive values. All right, so let's go to 26. Let's try to make these expressions with our algebra tiles in a couple different ways. I'm going to walk you through one, and I'm going to let you do the other ones on your own just for some practice. So let's do A for some practice here. We have minus 3x plus 4. So again, if we start in the minus, we know that our two values are going to be the difference. So if we go start with negative 3x, one way we could probably do that is put 3 positive tiles down here. So we would have minus a positive 3x. Then we would have plus 4. So if we put in 4 of our little rectangles up here, our little unit squares, and then shade those in, then we are adding a positive 4. So this would get us the same thing back of 3x plus 4. If we want to do part B, for example, we could do negative y minus 2. So one way that we might be able to write this would be with our y tile being negative. Then we could have a positive 2, something like that as well. So I will let you figure out a different way to do both of those different things. C and D are exactly the same thing, so take a look at those and try to figure out how we can represent this expression with algebra tiles in a couple different ways. Same thing with part D. 27, we want to work the other way. So if we are given algebra tiles on an expression mat, how can we write an expression that represents these different situations? So we're going to do a couple of these together, and I'll leave a couple for you to do as well. So first thing, let's start with our variables. Let's start with our x's. Here we have 2 x's that are both positive because they're shaded. We are in the positive region, so we have 2 x's. And then we are in the positive region for our other 3 tiles. We have plus, and then we have 1, 2, 3. But those are negative tiles, so they're minus 3. So this expression should be 2x and then minus 3. As we move on to part B, we have a y that's shaded, so it's a positive y. We are in the negative region, so let's write that first one as a minus a positive y. And then we have, again, minus because we're in the minus region here. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of our negative unit tiles. So that would put us at negative 4. Again, if we're subtracting a negative, that turns positive. So we would have minus y plus 4 for this expression. So C and D are going to be almost exactly the same. I'll let you do those on your own, just for a little extra practice. If you need some help, check the filled in notes or come talk to us in office hours at some point, since tomorrow is going to be a work day. All right, and then lastly, as we look at 28, so Patty, Emily, and Carla are debating the answer to part D. So if Patty writes her expression as 2 minus 1 plus 2x minus 3, Carla thinks the answer is 2x plus 2 minus 4, but Emily thinks that it's going to be 2x minus 2. So who do you think is correct? I'll give you a hint as you're working through this one. Try to simplify each of these two and see what we end up with. So who is right? And again, I'll let you work that one out on your own. Check the filled in notes for a little explanation there, or come talk to us in office hours. We're always happy to help. So that being said, that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully this helped a little bit if we were gone and missed class. The homework for tonight is A.1.3, so A-30 through A34. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to let us know, and make sure you get that test done. Otherwise, hope you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday, and we will see you Thursday.